And an inspired rendition of our national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Portland Trailblazers. For Portland, in comparison to where they were record-wise at this point last season, it seems they've taken a step backwards. They're trying to make up that ground. And Kyrie Irving said he'll hopefully be done playing by his early to mid-30s. Shaq, do you think he'll retire that early?
Yeah, he noticed the strain of playing at this level. But I think as long as he's healthy, he ain't going nowhere. Keep getting them checks, young fella.
Well, we hear the same things from these rappers, saying they're out the game and they're with the shame. But next thing you know, they're dropping an album and looking for another hit in their name. Get it?
Oh, nice.
Get it? I wrote it.
Okay, say no more.
Nice.
Here's the tip.
It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, DA. Thank you. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Portland, they were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance.
And for the Trailblazers, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant, and it's Harris in at the 3. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Little and Nurkic holding down the forward spots. And it's Whiteside in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Lillard. McCollum outside. From the wing. And the shot is long. And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. And even after the Achilles tear for Durant in the 2019 finals, he got a huge contract after he opted out.
Most teams felt they were willing to pay him while he rehabbed for a year. That was the case as the Nets gave him a 4-year max money deal. His next chapter is underway as he changed his number to 7.
And Nurkic did a great job just keeping the motor running.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles. Irving passes to Durant. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
Yeah, Kevin, could you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. LeVert against Lillard. The 3 from McCollum. Trailblazers keep it alive. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
C.J. McCollum can go from second gear to fourth gear and back to second gear. A defense's nightmare.
It's LeVert on the wing. Back to Irving. Shoots over Lillard. No good from Irving. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
That free throw, no good. Early on, Brent, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit to enhance what it is that the skill set of the star player is going to provide for their team throughout the next 8 months of the season?
Now here's LeVert, coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans.
Well, determined that time to get to the rim, anticipating the pass, and a rim rocker.
Here's Lillard. Kicks it to McCollum. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the Blazers with Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, 2 6'3" guards, Brent, in the backcourt. Some overlap perhaps in their skill sets, but do you like their fit?
I do like their fit, and by all measurements, Kevin, they seem to be overachieving every year. You have that kind of stability with McCollum and Lillard, and what it is that Terry Stotts has done with this ball club. That's something that the Portland Trailblazers fans are very comfortable with, having these two guys out there to lead them just maybe one step further this season.
First one falls for him.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And so McCollum nails both of them. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Jordan can't get it to go. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to Los Angeles. Lillard. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Another reminder, Kevin, that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Nets trail by 5. Here's Irving. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. LeVert from outside. A shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game, it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
Shoots it. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Trailblazers leading by 7. Durant with the steal. 3-on-3. And here's Harris from the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Lillard against Irving. McCollum up top. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers.
You could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
Inside, here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Now, here is Irving. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's LeVert. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's McCollum. The rebound by the Nets.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Nets trail by 6. Now Durant. And he also played really well in the win against the Pelicans. Fires for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. KD's got 5.
How quick was that trigger there? Durant gets it off so fast, and there's not much you can do with where he shoots it from.
McCollum outside. Jordan against Whiteside. Lillard outside. Here's Little. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Lillard the pass to Little. Whiteside with it. And it's blocked by Jordan.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots. Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Well, last season for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Irving against Lillard. Doesn't go that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it, winning both matchups last season.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Here's Irving following the basket by C.J. McCollum. For 3, Durant, and it's Gasol with the rebound.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. 6-point game. And here's Prince outside. That's in, coming off the assist from KD.
Well, when he's spotted up like that, Taurean Prince, those percentages go up. Very comfortable on that one.
McCollum outside. And he lays it straight in. McCollum's got 9.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Like the connection there. KD has his teammates looking out for him. An outstanding alley-oop that time.
Lillard outside. Pass to Gasol. Shoots a fader, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
Prince outside, passes it to Allen. Dinwiddie against McCollum. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Portland leading by 3. Here is Lillard. Right side Gasol. He dishes it to McCollum. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
Gotta love the overall court awareness. Gasol always knows when there's a wide open teammate ready to shoot, and sometimes makes a dribble to set defenders up before delivering.
Now here's Durant. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. KD's got 3 assists now in this one. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
For the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Nurkic, and it's Hezonja in for C.J. McCollum. And the Nets making a change here as well. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Durant. Now, here's Lillard. The pass to Hezonja. Back to Lillard. Pulls up on the elbow. Yep, that one goes. Lillard's got 6.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Here's Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Paul Gasol.
A career best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but it was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
First free throw is good. And the Celtics expected Kyrie to become a better passer and defender in Boston.
They felt he had the capability. You could argue that those improvements have elevated him from a great scorer to a great player in our league.
He hits both from the stripe.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And Lillard kicks to Hood. Back to Lillard. Here's the 3. Drains the three-pointer. He's got 9.
What a quarter right here, establishing some confidence. 4 of 5 shooting the ball.
1:32 left in the first quarter. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Hood, the pass to Lillard. Now here's Gasol. Over Allen. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. On the wing, Irving. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Allen. And oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. Allen outside, shoots the 3. A rebound by Hezonja. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hood drives in, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Now, D's going to have to do a little bit more work on Rodney Hood. Pay a little bit more attention.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Irving. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Irving's got 10.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. that lights a fire.
And now, here's Hazonia, guarded by Prince. Hood drives in, and it's sent back by Allen. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. The NBA game drawing fans from every culture, and Pau Gasol definitely feeling the love from the Spanish and Latino community.
I always notice the fans that support us and make us feel, pretty much since I got to the NBA, all the Latino fans showed a lot of love and support towards me, so I appreciate it.
The game going global, and no better ambassador than Pau Gasol.
And as the players grow more international, fans from every country and continent, for that matter, finding more and more reason to root for the NBA.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Taurean Prince is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Allen in at the pivot, manning the middle. Prince misses.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Now Hazonia, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Bazemore, no one around him. Had the space there, but it's offline. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And it's Hazonia with the foul. That's his first foul. Little, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Joe Harris comes in for Taurean Prince. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Bazemore against Dinwiddie. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That is his first foul of the game. Dinwiddie against Bazemore.
Incredible effort from Bazemore there, making the shot release as uncomfortable as it gets.
Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Dinwiddie. The Blazers getting the bucket. Passes to LeVert. Here's Jordan. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up two. Jordan's got his second basket.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives, on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Lillard. 11 points in the game. The pass to Little. Over Harris. And there's Little. That's good on the assist by Bazemore. And the Trailblazers lead by 4. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And he banks in the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
For Portland, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Pass to Bazemore. Hazonia with the ball. Chandler on him, and Hazonia gets it to go.
Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active, and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Lillard surveying the D. Dinwiddie with the steal. And he hits it to tie the game up. Dinwiddie's got 4 this quarter.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Lillard, the pass to Bazemore. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Damian Lillard. Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. McCollum against Dinwiddie. Pass to KD. Over Whiteside. And the Nets miss again. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter.
Well, 2 seasons ago, the Blazers were swept in the first round, and something in the scarring of that kind of outcome has stayed with them, both Terry Stotts and their starting backcourt, to kind of fuel their fire to make the type of strides that they have in the past couple seasons.
And just not able to find the target from 3-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
The shot's good.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Nets trail by 4. And Brent, for the Blazers, the continuity has been part of what's made them so good, and that includes keeping Terry Stotts as their head coach.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about Terry Stotts being the 4th longest tenured coach in the league. This will be year 8 for him in the Pacific Northwest. But this group is very tight. They've got great chemistry. They run a very unique offensive system. And there's definite buy-in here in Portland behind Terry Stotts.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And this is the final year of Kent Bazemore's 4-year, $70 million contract.
Well, some great timing for Kent Bazemore to become a free agent, part of that 2016 kick-up in the salary cap. And Bazemore, a really interesting addition to this Portland team, as he is a guy who can get out in transition, shoot the 3, and finish around the rim. Switchable defender. He's a great addition for what Terry Stotts is looking to do here.
And Brent, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that 3-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet. That would put a ton more value on post-up and 2-point play, almost so much as the 3-point shot and the 2-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away. and threatening here. Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Dinwiddie passes to Durant. Over Whiteside. Shot's good by Durant. Durant's got 11.
And that's a 6'11" guy handling the rock. Coming off the pick, amazing skill level on Durant's part.
Pass to Whiteside. Little with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
Bazemore against LeVert. From the arc. And another three for Portland.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
There's the pass to Dinwiddie. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Yeah, Bazemore has these moments. 6 hops right there in the flush to send it home.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 9 points. Pass to KD. Lets a floater go, and Whiteside sends it back. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Good checked in for Portland. The Nets also changing it up. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Irving with a clean look, and it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Nets trail by 9. On the wing, Harris lets it go from deep, and it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's McCollum. Nurkic trying to get open, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 6 in the quarter.
I feel like the team right now is accepting the fact that C.J. McCollum is on fire, so they're looking for him on possessions in the half court. I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Whiteside, high post. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum kicks to Little. Shot clock at 6. The dish to Hood. Shoots. But they recover it. Nurkic against Jordan. Tries again. McCollum. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. McCollum's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, sometimes CJ just with movement alone finds himself in the right spot, and this time picks up a couple of garbage points.
Here's Irving. 12 points for him. 1:51 left in the first half. It's good. Irving's got 14 points.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength. And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
And drafted by the Jazz in 2014, Rodney Hood seemed to establish himself in Utah. But Brent, as we saw last year, he finished up well with Portland.
Well, a great job by Neil O'Shea picking Rodney Hood up and had some big games in the playoffs. He's part of a collaborative at the wing position now for Portland, where Terry Stotts can use the likes of Rodney Hood and Kent Bazemore to play a lot of switching defenses and continue to make teams have to guard, as Hood's capable of making threes and making plays off the bounce.
The first one falls.
And the Blazers GM called Portland a cocoon market. Not a lot of exposure, but these fans sure love their team.
You know, maybe you have to look at the front office and credit them for understanding the personalities of the guys that they rely on here in McCollum and Lillard. Not really going out to seek the limelight, wanting to concern themselves with getting better as basketball players, and then wanting to make an impact in the community. It's come together nicely for them in Portland. You know, Rodney Hood is a guy who's out here to stretch the floor and mix up his game a little bit, trying to regain some confidence in what he can provide offensively.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And stolen by Prince. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Prince has got the ball.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Hood. It's hauled in by Harris.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That'll be his second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Chandler's checked in. Brooklyn with the ball. Allen kicks to Chandler. Gasol with the steal. Lillard attacking. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
That's an attack mindset from Lillard. We know he loves the 3, but fully confident getting inside and has the ability to score there.
And the Nets miss again.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Over to the wing. Gasol inside. Excellent D there from Allen. And so it's Portland holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. C.J. McCollum was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
C.J. McCollum, one of the more creative scorers in the league, Ernie. Just has that feel for the game. Can carry your offense just like he did in the first half.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
Well, obviously, they didn't show up on the glass at all. They were getting outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed. and their competition showed just the opposite. They wanted it more. You can't give up a ton of extra possessions in a game like this and expect to win.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Nets trail by 11. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Little and Nurkic holding down the forward spots. And it's Whiteside in its center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now, here is Irving. 6 to shoot. Unloads. Drained for 2 points. Irving's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Brooklyn. Trailblazers leading by 9. Now Lillard. There's the feed to Little. That's tipped. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And KD the bucket on the assist by Harris. And that's 13 points for Kevin Durant.
Love to watch KD out in transition. Puts a little flair on the finish.
Passes it to Little. Whiteside inside, guarded by Jordan. That one goes. Count it. Whiteside's got his first points in this one. Irving against Lillard. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
90 seconds now into the second half. Irving passes to Jordan. Back to Irving. Second chance shot. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
For Portland, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. The free throw drops for Little. Nets trail by 14. Irving looking for an opening. Now the pass to LeVert. Shot to stop the run. Misses the baby hook.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And the jam by Whiteside.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Lillard against Irving. LeVert kicks to Irving. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
As soon as Whiteside positions himself, he just spikes that one away. It's like he's playing beach volleyball.
Little gets the bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Nets trail by 18. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. Harris outside. Irving passes to Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Jordan. And it's blocked by Whiteside. They retain possession. KD's shot is good.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Portland.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. McCollum outside. Dishes it to Nurkic. In the corner, it's Little. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Kev. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Collins checked in for Nurkic. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Shot by Collins, no good. Nets trail by 16. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. To the inside, Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Pretty nice show of athleticism as Zach Collins rises up.
Irving passes to Jordan. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Hassan Whiteside. He might be an aging veteran in the NBA, but DeAndre Jordan is still terrifying for defenders when he's going up for the alley-oop.
Well, he's such a great target still on the roll situation. You combine his length and athleticism now with the know-how and his tenure in the league, and DeAndre Jordan still can be an elite finisher on the inside.
That free throw missing.
Well, the way that DeAndre has built up his body over the last few years, he's gone from a raw and skinny prospect to a guy that you can't move around on the inside anymore.
Mario Hezonja's checked in for Portland. Ken Bazemore comes in for McCollum. Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. Good on the second free throw. Here's Lillard. 15 points in the game. Bazemore on the wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Stupendous work by Bazemore to force the defense into him there. His skill set really presents a challenge to opposing defenders.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. And he makes the first.
And Bazemore is an athletic player who continues to try to evolve his game. When he gets out into transition, that's when you're going to get Bazemore at his best.
So he gets them both. Nets trail by 17. Pass to KD. And KD throws it down.
Crazy long strides there from KD. Once he gets by you on the drive, see you later.
Feeds it to Bazemore. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Trailblazers leading by 15. Bazemore passes to Whiteside. No good there.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Azania. No good off the back of the rim. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Jordan. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists tonight.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Bazemore with it, defended by Dinwiddie. Out to the wing. Here's Whiteside, and it's sent back by Irving. Dinwiddie against Bazemore, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Portland. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
And he knocks down the first one. Pau Gasol is checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for Brooklyn, Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Prince in for Karis LeVert. Both good from the line that time. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
The first free throw is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hood's checked in. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Well, Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Irving.
Nice mid-range J. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
Lillard against Irving. Passes it to Bazemore. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard just plays with great confidence, really feeling it here and looking to find any scoring opportunity in this one.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Brent, you think about Lillard's value not just to the Blazers, but to the entire community of Portland, Oregon. Outstanding.
Always great, Kevin, to see a superstar take it off the floor and want to make impacts in the community. Lillard has been amazing at the job that he's done here in Portland and has stayed committed to where this franchise wants to go and trying to bring a championship to the Northwest.
That is no basket. This number 3, he has made 11. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's foul number 2 for him. Norkic checked in for Kent Bazemore. And the Nets also making a change. Chandler's checked in. Nets trail by 11. And here's Irving. 20 points for him. The pass to Prince. Dinwiddie with it. 6 on the shot clock. All alone. Good. He hits the jump shot. Dinwiddie's got 13.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 13. Prince outside. The Nets working the ball around now. Teardrop shot. Irving can't get it to go.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. Dinwiddie outside. Irving attacking. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 22 points for Kyrie Irving.
Blinding speed there shown by Kyrie Irving on the boost. And when he puts it on the floor like that, he's getting all the way to the rim.
It's good. And that's now 6 points for Rodney Hood. Nets trail by 11. Dinwiddie outside. Back to Irving. Pass to Prince. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They led by as many as 18 points.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Gasol finds Lillard. Shot clock at 5. No good on that one. Great D that time from Irving. Burnett shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 11. The drive by Nurkic. And it's sent back by Allen. One-on-one here. Knocked away. And stolen by Hezonja. Prince's shot is good. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for a guy who entered the league as a terrific free throw shooter, Damian Lillard is now among the elite of the elite from the stripe.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. And the Nets making a change here as well. Harris is checked in for Wilson Chandler. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Back to Irving. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
How about the body control that time of Kyrie Irving? Absorbs the contact, stays focused, not going to be denied down there.
Well, a lot of rough times for Irving in his final year with the Celtics. Opted out, and obviously Greg wanted a change.
And quickly zeroed in on Brooklyn as a destination. His time in Boston had clearly come to an end by the finale of last season. Now joins up with a new stacked team in Brooklyn.
That's good from Irving.
And not much of a surprise there. Kyrie, one of the better free throw shooters in the game and so hard to guard without fouling.
Outside Hood. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Harris.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Prince.
Well, he knows how to score, and he does just that on that play.
Here's Lillard. After Taurean Prince's bucket.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. 8-point game. To the paint. Here's Prince. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. And good that time.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot-up three-point shooting, just a variety of ways to produce.
Now here's Irving. He's got 25. Allen's shot is off.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Gasol hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead. Here's Irving.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Hood kicks to McCullough. Back to Hood. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And because Hood stays active as a guy that can shoot the ball, the defense stays aggressive on him, and that pump fake drew them in.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight. That free throw good from Hood. And Portland making a change here. Both free throws good from Hood. 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Poked loose. Irving for 3. Unable to get that one. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. It's the Trailblazers leading by 8 from Portland. We're back in a moment. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Trailblazers leading by 8. So for Brooklyn now, on the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Jared Allen is out there with Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. The 3 from McCollum. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Prince wide open. That misses off the backboard. Hood against Dinwiddie. Hood can't get it to go.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Dinwiddie drives in. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Nasir Little picks one up.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Whiteside's checked in for Damian Lillard. And a switch here for Brooklyn. LeVert's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. And here are the Trailblazers now. McCollum outside. And there's Little. That's good on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got his 9th assist in the game now. McCollum against Dinwiddie. Allen up top. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
2 shots.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Cullen passes a little. Outside Gasol. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Whiteside kicks to Hood. Looking to get it going. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Just looking for opportunistic ways in which he can score. That sometimes has to do with drawing the defense in too, Rodney Hood.
That free throw good from Hood. Both free throws good from Hood. Nets trail by 9. Dinwiddie outside. Offensive rebound. Allen. And it's blocked.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Little with the ball. He's against Jordan. No good from Gasol.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
So much talk about 48 minutes. The team with the lead letting its guard down now.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 9 points. Right side, Jordan. Pass to LeVert. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the triple. Trailblazers leading by 9. Hood on the wing. LeVert defending. Hood, the pass to Whiteside. McCollum against Dinwiddie. And stolen by Harris. LeVert kicks to Dinwiddie. Sweet little floater. Dinwiddie's got 4 this quarter.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Nets trail by 7. Here's LeVert. Rebounded by Hood.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
He kicks to Gasol. Back to Hood. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Portland no good that time either.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Now here's Jordan. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
And that one, good. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Lillard's checked in for Portland. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Allen. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Here's Dinwiddie. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Passes it to Durant. Shoots from 14. That one drops for him. KD's got 19 points.
Oh, that is automatic. Durant, one of the better mid-range shooters in the game.
LeVert against McCollum. And there's the pass to Gasol. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Now here is Harris. Pass to Dinwiddie. Outside for KD. They get it again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Well, the D cannot handle DJ right now. A gigantic guy on the inside who's going to get those calls most of the time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so Jordan nails both of them. Portland leading by 5. And it's sent back by KD.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
Jordan can't get it to go.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Here's LeVert after the Trailblazers pick up 2. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. And Whiteside sends it back. Here's McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. To the middle. Here's Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 15 rebounds.
Well, this is why Whiteside has a high percentage in terms of his field goals. Creates a job inside that he can get done.
Dinwiddie against Lillard. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now.
Here's Lillard. And the layup is good. Lillard's got 14 points now in the second half.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut back down to a 7-point margin, getting the points there from DeAndre Jordan. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They led by as many as 18 points. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Timeout call, the Nets.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Outside Jordan. Kicks to Irving. Back to Jordan. Over Little. Second shot opportunity. Yep, that one goes in there.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard with it. Pass to Whiteside. Over Jordan. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. LeVert the pass to KD. Nurkic with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Little. Here's Whiteside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Big hands, long arms, huge frame. of Whiteside. It just makes him a dominant shot blocker, a huge rim protector, and a very good rebounder.
He's off on the first.
Well, you watch Whiteside out there and you understand just how much of an impact he can make with his defense. Great length, great timing, and makes some offenses change the way they're going to attack you just because of his size alone.
And he sinks the second. 7'7" wingspan of Whiteside, definitely a game changer for defense.
Interesting pickup here for the Blazers as they've added Whiteside to back up Nurkic at the 5 position, and an interesting center in the Western Conference. How will he adjust to the pace and maybe the style of play out west?
Now here's Irving. Pass to KD. Shoots from the elbow, and he hits the jump shot. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
Now that's a devastating move off the dribble. Durant getting to his favorite spots at will.
The feed to Little, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. And the Nets with possession here. 6-point game. Irving passes to Harris. It's LeVert on the wing. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They led by as many as 18 points. And the basket is good. Lillard's got 16 points here in the second half.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Now here's LeVert. Back to Irving. From deep. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
And the basket by McCollum.
Well, he's just so good as C.J. McCollum at when to put the ball down on the floor and penetrate to the inside.
KD looking around. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Portland leading by 6. Lillard outside. There's the dish to Little. No good with the triple. Brooklyn's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
Trailblazers shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Irving. And there it is for him. 8 points for Nurkic.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Durant against Nurkic. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Now, DeAndre Jordan has seen these moments before. Not usually the guy called upon, but, man, delivering in a big spot.
Now, here's Lillard. Baseline jumper. Rebound, Brooklyn. Irving's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's LeVert. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Trailblazers leading by 4. And the pass to McCollum. Here's Lillard. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Lillard's got 8 here in the quarter. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it well here in the 4th quarter, 50%. Outside, KD. LeVert in the corner. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Now here's Little. Pass to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Harris.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away. Oh, DeAndre Jordan sinks that shot. Not the first option, but doing the job.
Here's Lillard. And so they choose to intentionally foul. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Now here's Little. Lillard outside. Irving against McCollum.
Well, keeping with the attention to detail right there, DeAndre Jordan making it difficult for the offense.
KD, that's for 2. That shot off. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now, Kevin. Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They trail by 6. 7 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
7 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 3-pointer, LeVert, offensive rebound. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Did we see that tonight?
we made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.